real life, the older I get, the more I'm realizing that I wish I had a active father in my life. I wish I grew up with a father that can pour into me, that can love me, that can teach me things about life. And I think that it's so interesting. The older you get, the more you realize certain things. Because when I was a little girl, I never really felt like I lacked having a father or it was something that I desired in my life. It was just not really on my mind. But the older I get, the more I realize, like, I really wish I had a dad. I really do. For so many reasons. For so many reasons. But right now, I'm in the stage where I'm trying to allow God to be my father, to be my Abba. And I think it's so hard when you have never had covering. How do you do that, right? You have to learn so many things when you are looking for God to be your father now. And I think it's so crazy how we lack this thing in life, and it just comes around and kind of just slaps you in your face as you get older. Because literally for the past months, I literally just been feeling like I just wish I had a active father. Even like with intimacy, I don't feel like I desire a man right now. I think I desire a father. I don't desire a man that can just give me money. I just want to ask my dad for money. Like certain things, like I just really am starting to realize the effect of not having a father. I don't know. It's just unfortunate, but it's very real.
Right. Okay. So my dad, he has known me forever, and he when I younger, he such hard worker, right? No money. It was hard, and the economy, and okay, capitalism. I work hard, you work hard. Do I have intimacy issues? Yes. And is that because I crave affection, right? And so do I date people who will not give it to me? Yes, I like a challenge. And so he loves movies, I love movies. There's a bond. We talk monthly, and he is my friend. And I'm gay, and I've only dated men. And is that because I crave male validation because I never got it? I think that's a reach, right? I think we're reading into that too much. And he and I, so has he ever said he's proud of me? Listen, I can make an educated guess, right? I can surmise I'm an adult.
If you're a woman who has unresolved resentment or trauma with your father,
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Number one, she will create a story. Subconsciously. She doesn't grab a book and go, this is my life story. It's in her. It's in her cells. It's in her DNA. And that story will say something along the lines of, from this day forward, my heart has been broken, and I will never allow my heart to be broken by a man ever again for as long as I live. And so what I am going to do subconsciously and energetically is put a trap door around my heart. And I'm going to go and live life from my mind. And I will be my own protector. And I will be my own provider. And I will give myself what my dad was never able to give me. That's all great. What happens when that woman is looking for real love? Well, the only way she'll access it is to reopen her heart. The only way she'll access it is to go back and heal that story, which is the scariest thing for a human being to do. Because guess what that means, Lewis? That means you have to go back to the very place that you promised yourself unconsciously.
I will never let this happen.
I will never let this happen again. And the defensiveness and the walls have to fall.
Gosh.
You have to open yourself up and go, that part of me, I'm going to allow it to die.
It'll erase the hurt from the parent who didn't. It's not obvious, but it is powerful. But here's where everything flips. You can't heal abandonment by abandoning yourself. And you cannot rewrite the past by replaying it with a new face. Because the hardest truth is this. It's not just that you kept choosing emotionally unavailable men. It's that you learn to be emotionally unavailable with yourself. You ignore your needs, your silence, your intuition. You give grace to everyone else except for the woman in the mirror. So even if the man magically became the most emotionally present human on this earth tomorrow, you still wouldn't feel whole, because the real healing starts with you.
You know what I've realized as I've gotten older? Not having your dad there or emotionally present the way that you needed him to really be, that really does affect you. And as you grow up, you start to crave that comfort, that reassurance, and that belonging in everyone else. You start people pleasing, you start over explaining, and it's just because you want to be liked. You don't want people to look at you in a bad light. It's deep down all you've ever wanted to be seen as worthy, or that you are good enough. We are looking for that comfort that we wished that we got from our dad, that we never did. and everyone else around us. The thing is, we start chasing validation rather than peace. We hold on to people that do not pour back into us because we don't want to feel that emptiness the way our fathers made us feel. As I'm growing on my journey and I'm learning that I don't have to keep giving access to people just so that they can like me. Also, I'm learning that the love that I didn't get from my dad or that I wanted from my dad, I can also give that to myself. For the first time in my life, I really don't give a fuck who doesn't like me for it. Healing is choosing you even when nobody taught you how to.
What I find funny is parents will spend a lifetime dismissing your feelings and then get mad when you don't open up to them as adults. Like, I thought this was what you wanted.
Okay, so let's talk about something that many women carry quietly. And no, this isn't about blaming fathers. This is simply understanding the impact. So this came from a young lady in the comments, and I felt it as a father of daughters, and I couldn't imagine not being here for my daughters, no matter how old they are. So from a psychological standpoint, a father's absence isn't just physical, it's relational. So it's not only about who wasn't there, it's more about what was never mirrored, protected, modeled. So for a daughter, a father represents early experiences of safety, validation, protection, and how love shows up from men. And when that presence is missing, physically or emotionally, the nervous system, again, the way we're wired, simply fills in the blanks. Remember, a child's mind doesn't work in adult logic. A child asks, was I not worthy enough to stay for? And even if intellectually you know the absence is not your fault, the nervous system still holds the question. This can lead to early adaptations like growing up too fast, becoming self-sufficient too early, minimizing your own needs, the notorious people-pleasing, difficulty trusting men, and discomfort when it comes to being taken care of. Now here's the hard truth. These aren't flaws, they're strategies. It's simply how the psyche learned to survive without consistent support from a father. Now here's something important. You don't have to remember on a subconscious level the feeling of abandonment for the wound to exist. Attachment wounds live in the body, not just the memory. So when a father is absent, the daughter often learns how to become what she needed, instead of learning that she was then and still is worthy of having her needs met.
But what I needed then was a friend. And you abandoned me. And I will never forgive you for that.
A woman with daddy issues has low self-worth because her dad never showed her what her worth was. So now she's spending her whole life searching for a man to do it. When your dad was absent, inconsistent, or emotionally unavailable, that little girl in you learned to second guess everything. You learned that your worth wasn't guaranteed, that you had to earn it, that validation is conditional. Because you didn't have someone growing up pouring into you, validating you, showing you that you matter. You learned to get that from people, specifically men, because he was the male father figure. He was supposed to be your first example of how a man should treat you. But instead, he taught you that a man's validation is something you have to chase. So now your dad didn't give it to you. He didn't validate you. He didn't show you your worth. But that little girl in you is looking for that in every man she meets. Trying to get from them what you should have gotten from him first. The day you start giving yourself the love, the validation, the reassurance you've been seeking from a man, everything's going to change. You stop accepting less. You stop settling. And you also stop needing him to tell you that you matter.
Oh, and your father is an asshole. I don't care how nice he thinks he is. He was inconsistent while raising you, so it doesn't matter that now he's this nice dude who's still trying to halfway build a bond with you. He did not fulfill your need. Wasn't a good father. Might be a fun man to hang around now, and that's okay. But it's definitely not what you deserved. Like, you deserved an actual good father. And only sending you money is not that. Can he name your best friend? I bet he can't. Asshole.
Is there any truth to this idea that people can have daddy issues?
Yeah, no, there absolutely is. And so, and when I say this, you know, daddy issues just simply referring to the fact that women whose fathers are not invested in them or are absent during childhood, that these women will tend to have more unrestricted or precocious sexual development and sexual behavior relative to what we see in women who grow up with investing dads. So just to give you an example of some research that's been done looking at this, research finds that women who grow up in a household without an investing dad, so dad is either gone or dad is there, but, you know, in name only, so he's not really investing in the family, those women go into puberty significantly earlier than do girls who grow up in two-parent homes with investing fathers. They also tend to have an earlier age at which they begin having sex relative to women who have two dads in the home. And they tend to have a greater number of sexual partners sort of over time relative to girls who grow up with two parents in the home.
The most confusing daddy issues come from a dad who was physically present but emotionally gone. Because you can't even explain the wound. It was like he was there but he wasn't. And because he was there, you probably never gave yourself permission to be hurt by it. Here's what that did to you, and here's 3 things you can do about it now. Number 1, you normalize unavailability. Start noticing when you make excuses for people who are physically present but checked out. 2, you question your own feelings. Start writing down what you feel before you talk yourself out of it. Your feelings are valid even when nobody validated them growing up. 3, you keep trying to earn presents from people who were never going to give it. Stop performing for people's attention. The right people don't need you to audition. So go ahead and save this and follow me for more pattern interruptions.
Fatherless, raised by a single mother, daddy issues. We put those labels on women and children even though they started with the man's failure to show up. The language we use names the person who was left, not the person who left. She gets called a single mother. The child gets called fatherless. The daughter grows up and someone says she has daddy issues. Every single label describes the aftermath. None of them describe the cost. Nobody walks into a room and introduces him as the man who abandoned his family. Nobody whispers about his issues. He gets to move forward unnamed. But the people he left behind carry his decision in their life for the rest of their lives. She is not fatherless. He is childless by choice. We built an entire vocabulary around people who survived his absence and gave him nothing. Not a label, not a stigma, not even a conversation. We normalize the absence. We say fatherless home like the home did something wrong. Like the mother who stayed and raised those kids alone is the one who needs to be defined by his absence. She did not create the label. He did. She just got stuck wearing it. And the son and daughter that's called damage, they're not broken. They're just responding rationally to an irrational circumstance. The brokenness belonged to the man who decided his presence was optional in the life of someone who needed it to be mandatory. Accountability should follow the decision, not the consequence. We name the wound after the people who endured it and let the man who caused it walk away without a title. That's not language. That is protection for the wrong person.
Hey guys, sorry for coming back with such a trauma dumpy video. Like, this video was so heavy for me, trust me. I've been trying to edit it for 2 weeks. Every time I start, I see a video and it just tears me apart, tears me down, just does me in, because this is such a personal topic for me. Like, every single clip was talking about my exact situation. I think the worst part of having a messed up dad is the daddy issues and how helpless I feel personally. I feel so helpless because it's uh, like just wishing someone could just love you, someone could just be a good person to you, but every single chance you give them, they just choose to be, they just harm you, they just hurt you, they just personally, every time I give him a chance, every time I go no contact, and then I get on contact with him. I come and tell him, hey, this is how you hurt me. You did this and this. And he starts telling me, you're beating me down with the past. I don't even want to talk so much about my exact situation, but I think I started on this video because I was looking for, I don't know, I think I was looking for clips. I saw a clip and I was, oh my gosh, why is this so accurate? I've been ruminating in just thoughts about all the things that he's doing to me and all just the craziness, all the stuff, unnecessary heartbreak that he puts me through. And I think I used to go to church and I pray to God and I'm like, God, fix my heart. I would love to not be so heartbroken 24/7 by this. I would love to heal. God, I used to tell God, I would love to heal. I would love to heal. Like, I used to feel like my mind is my own prison. I feel that most of the time. I feel like my mind is my own prison. And I can't escape. Like, I feel like every time I have like even when I'm going on a walk, I start just thinking about all the ways that he's harming me, and it's so much. If I start to talk about it right now, I'm 29, and if I started to talk about all the things that he does to me, it would be like so much of my mental bandwidth is occupied by me just thinking about, oh my gosh, he did this. Every time I'm making, and I think I've been in so much denial. I think that's the worst part. I think me being in denial so much is what makes it worse, is what makes just the rumination lasts so long. I feel like, especially if I'm not doing well in life and I'm struggling, I really like get deep in the trenches with just thinking about how I wish I had a dad. Every time I see like people who are like just supported by that, especially because my dad is well off and he just doesn't like me. So the other day, I just made a list and I was, you know what, let me write a list of all the things that he has done to me, everything that I'm grateful to him for. You know how this mindset gurus always tell us, like focus on the good and the good grows. I wasn't even writing this list to show him. I was just, let me see. And I wrote down everything and it didn't even fill one page. And then I wrote another list, and this list was, I wrote down all the reasons that I think are all the things that I think are why he doesn't love me. And I read it back and I'm like, I will not love my child because of this. I think there's a time I saw someone saying, but it was about a mother, that if your mother doesn't love you and she treats you anyhow, there's nothing you could do that would make your mother treat like not love you. That's just her. And I feel that's the same case with my dad. Since I wrote that list, both of those lists, I feel like I've had like a burden lifted from me. Like I feel like it's almost I accepted it. It's almost like I was, oh yeah, I've been fighting with these thoughts of like, yeah, he does this, but why does he do it? Like all the time I'm thinking about why could he be doing this, and I'm trying to understand him. When you're trying to understand somebody who I think that was exactly the worst part of it all. Just trying to like understand like why would you, and when I wrote down that list, I was like, if I was a parent, I would not hate my child because of this. And the thank you list, I was like, wow, that's all he has done for me. Why should I give him such a importance in my life when this person doesn't even I'm not even an important person in his life. Anyhow, I hope God heals me one day and or I'm not always dwelling on the ways he's hurting me, and I feel like I don't want kids just because of how my dad is to me, who he is to me. Like, I cannot imagine being tied to a man, especially a man like him. Ugh, just, mm, I cannot imagine having a baby daddy. Like, that just kills me. Anywho, guys, I'm so sorry for anyone who might watch this video and relate because, oh, oof, I feel you, girl. I feel you, guy. Whoever is watching. Anyway, enjoy this video. I'll see you in the next one. The next video, I'll make it a light one. It will be a palette cleanser. Maybe it will be a story time. It will so story times take time, but I did a palette cleanse after this one. I think I've been trying to finish this video for 2 weeks. Anyway, leave me a like, subscribe for the trouble, for the kind amount of triggering I triggered myself to make this. I don't even think I had enough clips, like as I usually have in my other videos. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.